Maze of Millennia is a new deck building set that will be released on January 19th. It will include new support for decks such as Pyros, Mechanco, Dark World, Cyberse, Earthbound, Illusion, Dinosaurs, and more. It will also introduce a new world premiere archetype that revolves around Flame Swordsman, probably a retrain like we got with Gate Guardian. And before we begin, if you want to pre-order some boxes or cases right now before everything sells out, head over to tierzerogames.com and use my code GALZO5 at checkout. But should you even buy Maze of Millennia? Let's discuss that now. The first card I want to discuss is Bonfire. You've probably heard a lot about this card and probably seen it in a lot of combo videos because this will be the main highlight card of this set. Bonfire is basically the reinforcement of the army for Pyro monsters. It allows you to add any level 4 or lower Pyro monster from the deck. Bonfire exists mainly for Snake Eyes Populace, which we'll talk about in the next video of Should You Buy Phantom Nightmare, but let's explain a little bit why Bonfire is so good in the OCG right now. So Bonfire allows you to search Snake Eyes Populace, which when added to the hand from the deck, can just special summon itself, searching an additional Snake Eyes spell and trap, and when it's sent to the graveyard, it can place itself face up in the spell and trap zone, meaning that if you search the original Sinful Spoil Snake Eye with it, you can send it to the graveyard as cost to summon a level 1 fire monster. You get what I'm saying, it's completely free and busted. So this is mainly why this will be probably the money card of the set. This set again is a deck building set technically, which means there are only rares, super rares, and ultra rares besides the max rarity cards in the set, and it's probably going to be an ultra. So again, if you need to save money, save up to pick up 3 copies of this if you want to play the Snake Eyes or Fire King deck, because this is going to be amazing. And of course, follow me here and on Twitter to know when the seagulls go live in tierzerogames.com. Ashoka Pillar is a level 3 Earth Rock monster that when summoned can search any equip spell from the deck to the hand. It works well with Mechanco and of course equip decks in general, but now that we have a Zold banned, maybe it doesn't really work in Infernoble anymore, but definitely in Mechanco. It's also a level 3, which synergizes with the rest of the monsters, and yeah, searching an equip spell from the deck is pretty good. And now it can even search Snatch Steal. Colorless Chaos King of Dark World is actually a new Dark World fusion monster. When it's summoned, it pops the entire opponent's field, every card will be destroyed, and it also gains 1000 attack points for each fusion material used to summon it. It has another effect that allows you to discard a card, not for cost, but for effect of course, because this is Dark World, and protect another monster from being targeted. This card is not really playable in Dark World. It is really cool, and a lot of people have been waiting for this card, but it's probably not going to see a lot of play. Drastic Draw is a new, very interesting spell card that says that you can banish 2 monsters from your field, a minimum of 2, and draw 3 cards. This also unlocks you to summoning only Cyberse monsters for the rest of the turn. While this might have been okay in Cyberse decks previously, now with Mathmech Circular being banned, it might be a little bit weird to pull off, but still a pretty solid card that allows you to draw 3 cards. Maybe not going to see so much play depending on which deck you play in. Let me know in the comments below if you have an idea for a deck that can actually run this card successfully. Now, there's a lot of Earthbound Immortal support. If you don't know, Earthbound Immortals were already an archetype in the TCG and OCG, have seen some play throughout the years, and they have a few solid cards. So Prisoner Stone Sweeper is a level 5 Dark Fiend, and it can special summon itself to the field if a field spell is already in the field zone on the field. So that's pretty good. A level 5 for free special summon from the hand in a deck that can search field spells. That's not bad at all. Now, you can discard it as cost to add a level 3 Fiend Tuner, locking you into fusions and synchros for the rest of the turn. So it's a great starter, it's a great extender, and of course it has some other powerful cards to combine with, like the Synchro, which is Geo Gremlin, that as a quick effect can destroy a face-up monster on your opponent's field, or Geo Kraken that can search any field spell upon being special summoned. The cards overall are kind of mid, but the fact that you can search any field spell and put it onto the field is actually kind of crazy, and that's not the only card that does it in this set. There's also another illusion support card, which is kind of interesting, a new quick play spell card called Eye of Illusion. You will definitely recognize this symbol from any other illusion monster you've seen, and also of course from the anime and the manga. So it will have an effect if you control an illusion or spellcaster monster, which fits in again to the anime, because the anime didn't necessarily have illusions, and some of the illusions we already have in the TCG are actually spellcasters, like the relinquished monsters. But overall, as a quick effect, the good effect is that you can target one monster your opponent controls and take it until the end of the turn if you control an illusion or spellcaster. Pretty solid, not gonna lie, it's a really cool effect, especially in a quick play, but being not searchable is probably a little bit lame. Harmonic Synchro Fusion is a new spell that's really cool in my opinion. Maybe not extremely playable, but can definitely be utilized in the decks we like to play. So basically what you do is send 2 face-up monsters as cost to activate this card, a tuner and a non-tuner. Now you special summon a fusion and a synchro from the extra deck that can be summoned using those 2 monsters. So for example, you have Cartesia and the Bestial Magnamut on the board. So you have a level 4 tuner and a level 6 non-tuner. What you can do with it is special summon, for example, Granganiol the Dusk Dragon and Bestial Dispatter together at the same time, because Cartesia can fuse away with Magnamut to summon the Granganiol, but you can also synchro summon using these 2 monsters to summon the Bestial Dispatter. So this is pretty cool. The fact that it's a normal spell might not be too exciting, but hey, we're getting fusion support and synchro support. It works really well in branded Bestial, of course, so that's kind of cool, I gotta say. We have 2 new dinosaur support cards in Kyotera and Hornsaurus. So Kyotera searches polymerization in the main phase and can special summon itself back to the field and search another polymerization if it's banished. Now, Hornsaurus requires Kyotera and another dino or dragon monster. It's a level 6 dark dino. It can attack directly and can place any field spell from the deck when it's fusion summoned, which is pretty nice. It also has another effect that allows you to additional normal summon another dragon or dinosaur monster during your main phase. Now, honestly, this is a pretty cool card. I think people are gonna find a way to play this somehow. Being linked so hard into dinosaurs might impact it a little bit, but hey, being able to place any field spell, and we talked about it when we talked about the Earthbound Immortals, is pretty broken overall. We have a new Xyz monster rank 8 in #1 Infection Buzz King, which honestly is a pretty solid card. Now, it has big stats and it has a really good effect. It works with the Horus engine because you can go into rank 8s, also of course Dark World, Therion, stuff like that. If it's Xyz summoned, you can look at your opponent's extra deck and send 1 card from it to the graveyard, which is already pretty busted. It has an ignition effect where you can detach 1 material and destroy 1 card your opponent controls, which again, very solid effect for an additional rank 8 play. You already looked at your opponent's extra deck, now you destroy their card by detaching, and each one of your standby phases, you can attach 1 card from your opponent's graveyard to this card. So overall, pretty good card, one of the best rank 8s in the game probably, and I'm pretty sure this will see play, definitely. Lastly, we have the card that everybody's waiting for besides Bonfire, which is Transaction Rollback. Now, this is an anime card from Vrains that was actually used in one of the more hyped duels ever between Revolver and Playmaker, and it has the same effect on the field and in the graveyard. So on the field, you can pay half of your life points, target a normal trap in your opponent's graveyard and copy that effect, and in the graveyard it has the same effect where you can banish it, target your own normal trap in your graveyard and copy the effect. Now, this has a lot of uses. I actually made a video discussing this card specifically, but the fact that you can copy effects means you can bypass restrictions. So the Mayakashi and Shiranui trap card that locks your opponents from special summoning, while it has a restriction that you need to actually tribute Shiranui, Link, or Synchro monster in order to activate it, while you're copying the effect, you don't need to pay for the cost. So it has a lot of really broken uses. You can check out my video all about it, but this card makes Labyrinth infinitely better, and the fact that they didn't get hit on the recent ban list only makes it stronger. Again, as I mentioned, if you want to pick up some boxes right now on pre-order at very good prices, you can head over to tier0games.com and use code GALZO5. The link for that is in the description. It really helps if you buy using my code, and of course stick around on Twitter and here in the community tab to know when the singles go live for pre-sale. Thank you so much for watching. Leave your comment below. What do you think about this set? Like the video, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.